Well, let's rank the top three parts of
With
our
that
Super
being
Bowl
said,
week.
when we're there next year, I'm down.
Okay. Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Yeah, because you're not going to lose back-to-back Super Bowls. You're not the
No,
Bills.
no, absolutely not.
Number three, Josh Dobbs being the absolute boy.
The boy,
So,
welcome anytime.
For those who don't know, Josh Dobbs was the quarterback at Tennessee in college. He has alopecia, which I do as well. We had him on the podcast. Earlier in the week, before Abe got in, I actually saw him at a country club. He was going to a golf event. Said what up to him, took a quick pic. Didn't really, know if I would see him later in the week, and it was just a quick exchange. Then on Friday night, Abe and I go to the Drake party. And to give you a little bit of context on the party, Drake's performing on a round stage in the middle. There's probably only 3,000 people in the whole building. And like 500 of us are probably GA. The rest are tables or they're up top. And so we're kind of wandering around. We had access, I think, I don't know, they weren't really checking wristbands, to go through the table section, but there was nowhere to really do anything for us. But, those people paid like six figures combined to have those tables. So if anyone wanted to be rude, I would be understanding of that. But Josh Dobbs was just like so nice. We saw him outside as well. He was chatting us up. And it's just nice to know there's genuine good people left in this world who have made it. I mean, he started what was pretty much a playoff game for the Titans, that last game against the Jags, as opposed to some other quarterbacks in the NFL who were not as nice, who will remain unnamed. I'm sure Abe will call him out in 14 seconds. So, number three for me, just catching up with an old friend.
Dak's a dickhead, and I should have sent a video of him to TMZ. My number three, a little selfish. First off, I just want to say the Snapback live event was absolutely awesome. It was surreal to think that people spent their hard-earned money to come listen to us rant. With that being said, another minor flex, I signed my first autograph. How many you got in your bag?
The first time it happened to me was 3 years ago, All-Star in Chicago. And
you ever
I was
sign
like,
a pair of tits or a baby's head?
No, nothing like that. But
over
I've signed
under
a couple
over under
of
like
that.
25 autographs you've signed.
Oh, under for sure.
Okay, so I signed an autograph. I want to say his name was Zach, and I feel horrible if I'm botching his name. Feel free to DM me if this is you. Gave me his hat. I was like, what do I do? Like, do I just do the squiggle so I act like a
Yeah, I was
man?
gonna say you do have to know what you're.
You can't just write A B E.
Yeah, if I'm signing for the check, I'm just like John. If I'm
signing for the check, I just scribble a line.
I go full script, and my thing I add a little 2-3 because I feel like I'm in the.
I just did a very cursive Abe G squiggle. It was difficult. It was on a hat, the hat you're wearing right now, pretty fresh. And I did it on the white part, so I had to do it on like the corner next to the snapback. And I'm a lefty, so I didn't want to smudge and everything. I was terrified. The more I get the opportunity to sign, the more I will. If you see me on the street, ask for an autograph. Not because you want it, just so I get some practice in. You can throw it out when you're done with it. But that was pretty cool. So signing an autograph, number 3.
Okay. Go ahead, snake it.
Oh, snake. My number 2, sticking on the Snapback Live event, was Jamal Williams. Specifically, we sung SpongeBob with Jamal Williams, the funniest NFL player. Jamal was an awesome dude, made for an awesome interview. If you haven't watched it, it's on YouTube right now. You can go watch the entire interview. Pardon for the audio issues. We're doing the best we could. But yeah, our buddy Kevin Walsh asked a question, rank his top 3.
He owes you $20.
He does. And listen to this cuck. This is my additional cuck of the week. It's convenient. Guy who has 25,000 followers on Instagram, content creator, getting sent to the Super Bowl, doesn't have Venmo. Convenient.
He said that? You got in contact with him and he said, I don't have Venmo?
What do you mean? The second the anthem finished, I think I said, hit my Venmo with dickhead in all caps. Let's see what I said to him.
It was close, though. Not the line I guess we set, but the overall.
He said,
line
I'll
was
Venmo
close.
you tomorrow/Tuesday. Venmo banned me, so I'll have my buddy send it for me.
Did you get that 20?
I said, haha, no worry. I got to hit him back up. But yeah, I'm getting that money because
Yeah.
getting that money. But Kevin asked Jamal Williams what his top 3 favorite SpongeBob episodes were, because Jamal showed up in a SpongeBob bucket hat and SpongeBob mid-calf socks. So he likes SpongeBob and about everything else cartoon in the world. And he was like Magic Conch, Krusty Krab Pizza, and Dirty Dan. And obviously he's going to put Krusty Krab Pizza one, because who isn't? And all of a sudden we just break out into a Krusty Krab Pizza is the pizza for you and me. And that was just a hysterical moment that I kind of will never forget. So number 2 is Jamal Williams, the absolute man. Not sure we would vibe off the field, or off the mic, but just the absolute man who loves video games and cartoons. Shout out Jamal.
That's what I was going to ask you, is like, he's hilarious. He's so nice, but like, I don't know if he'd be my boy. Like, I really don't know if he would be my boy.
That's no dig to Jamal whatsoever. That's why there's apples and oranges. He's just like he was not going to watch the Super Bowl. Maybe I should hang out with him. And he was not going to watch the Super Bowl. He doesn't watch football. He doesn't care. He just watches film. He was leaving the event. He's in Arizona for Super Bowl week. And like you said, there's all these parties and everything.
He does live there. He does live there.
He does live there. But what did Jamal Williams want to do during Super Bowl week in his hometown? Go home and play Harry Potter for 10 hours. I'm just not much of a gamer. It's not my cup of tea, but that doesn't take away from Jamal. I just don't think we'd be the best of friends off the field. But I'm down to chill and find out.
Real quick, since we didn't get to do Cap of the Week, and you called a little Cap of the Week on Kevin not having Venmo, although you're banned on Uber, so you understand how these big corp companies... Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you on the bus there. What do you think about this? I turned around when the Devontae Smith catch, no catch happened, which was maybe in the second quarter.
Makeup call from the Niners week.
Right. I turned around and I was like, oh, it's not a catch. And the Eagles fan behind me was like, oh, that's a catch. And I was like, I'll bet you $100. And he was like, he was older than me, like a father. And it actually seemed like $100 was like, which is weird because he was at the Super Bowl. Like, you know that in that moment I was just like, all right, fuck it. And so we agreed on the bet. I thought it was going to stand based on the first few angles, and then I agree with you. It obviously was just a call from Roger that
says, last week happened, and Chris Jones can do whatever he wants to the quarterback. Those are the only 2 rules.
Right. And so I win the bet, and he doesn't really make like a move for the wallet or anything. And initially I was just like, you know what? I don't actually want the 100. It's just about being right.
I would have said go buy me a beer.
So I said, keep the money. I don't actually want it. He said, oh, all right, let me at least buy you a beer. So solid Philly guy.
That was probably close to $100 at the Super Bowl.
Right. This is where I'm calling Cap of the Week. He said, I was actually going to do the same thing. I wasn't really getting that vibe. Like he was saying, if it was a catch.
I can't tell. Because I couldn't see what this guy looked like. Only you really know that.
Yeah.
But I will say that if in that split moment you make like a 1 second bet for someone you've never met before, and you don't like say it's fine or just buy me something, you're a fucking asshole. Plain and simple, you are.
Yeah, I really didn't want.
He is a Philly fan, so he might have just looked at you and said, "Where's my money, dickhead?" or something like that.
100%. That was the vibe I was getting. Anyways, my number 2 is meeting up with the fam. As always, is the best part of the week, and more specifically at the live event was the fact that you were willing, and I was actually kind of nervous about it because we didn't know Jamal yet. We didn't know how to break him in. He seems like a shy guy off camera, which is interesting. And you wanted to come out guns blazing, asking him about soaking. And for those who don't know, go watch the clip on our channel.
Are we going to post that?
Yeah, Riley will post that this week.
The soaking one, though?
The soaking one. We have it's a good clip. It's a good 30-second clip. And I was like, I don't think it would ruin it because we have actually gotten good at kind of like navigating. We've only had really 2 bad interviews, I think, in the history of this pod.
DJ and
I would put. I mean, I like Smitty, but that's not really on us. But it's like he's just not that type of guy.
Relax,
yeah, exactly.
Relax. If you're gonna put Smitty below that freaking 13-year-old kid that plays video games for a living, then you got to twist it. All right. What was that kid's name? Do you remember?
I think it's Skeptic, something like that. Yeah. So I was really. It made my week, the fact that Abe was like, let's go for it. Let's be those type of people, which is like, let's have fun with this. Let's not care about, what this guy thinks. Let's force him into this situation.
That's not how this went down. That's not how this went down.
No. I'm saying, like, there could have been, he could have been like, are you serious?
Right, but that's not how the conversation between you and I went down. How it went down. I was preparing for the show. Oh, I was preparing. It didn't seem like that because I was preparing for the show, and I go, "Oh, Jamal went to BYU. I wonder if he knows what soaking is." And you just giggled, and I was like, "We should ask him." And then you looked like you kind of were like, "I can't tell if Abe's kidding or not," but I wasn't. And the clip's hysterical.
It's a great clip. It was worth it. All right, my number one best part of Super Bowl week is not the Drake party. It's not attending Saquon Barkley's birthday party. It's quite simply watching a ball flutter through the air, knowing that no matter how good the season was, no matter how good the Eagles might be in the future, no matter how proven Jalen Hurts is, I don't have to deal with the fact that the Eagles won the Super Bowl because just like Juju Smith-Schuster did and tweeted and talked, no matter what, if you have that Super Bowl, nothing matters. And most importantly, we've passed the 5-year Annie of the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. Therefore, it is useless, and we move forward you get 2
years.
Field.
You get 2 years of my team went to the Super Bowl.
No. Take it. I'll just ask you how it went in the game. You can have it. You know what? I'll take that all day. The Phillies went to the World Series. The Union went to the MLS Cup. You can have that. But for me, the best part was when the Eagles lost.
Part of me, and like this is just like, why not? Like it was a 7-yard field goal to win it. Part of me was like, he might miss this. He might miss it.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you thought so because the slippery turf and the way Bucker had already missed one, I was like, I feel like they should have tried to score.
At my party, I did that thing. I was a hero for a minute. I got on my knees next to the TV and just started blowing to the left for the Bucker extra point, and it went left and hit off the post, and everyone went nuts. And I was like, do I do it for this? I probably don't because it's probably going in, and then I'm just on my knees blowing the television, and that looks pretty weird. So that's what went through my head at that point. I was fine for the extra point because it was just an extra point, and or a field goal, and I thought Bucker was gonna. I said that to you. I think Bucker's gonna miss an extra point, but he didn't. He made a 3-yard field goal to win the Super Bowl. Yeah, you're gonna have that. It sucks. Yeah, my number one moment of Super Bowl week. You can have the fact that the Eagles lost the Super Bowl. People have been mean, Jack, in my DMs. By the way, 2 people sent me the Bradbury meme before Juju tweeted it.
Yeah, it wasn't no.
People have been mean.
Good.
And you know what? Doesn't matter. There are things that are bigger than football. At 3:00, 3 hours before the game, I became an uncle. My little baby niece, Maya Pearl, was born. And she's gorgeous. And you know what? Some things are bigger than football.
She is a cute fucking baby.
She's gorgeous, man. She's
like
adorable.
All I'm saying is, down the road, if the ring chase never completes, I mean, see me in 2041.
So you can clown me all you want, but some things are bigger than football. And if you do clown me for losing the Super Bowl, then you're ignorant. Number one part was becoming a first-time uncle.
Congrats, Uncle Abe, and congrats to the Granoffs for a cute freaking baby.